Compare involute and cycloidal gears. We know that involute gears are gears which have teeth that trace an involute profile during the transmission of motion. And cycloidal gears are gears which have teeth that trace a cycloidal profile during the transmission of motion. Let's now compare between involute gears and cycloidal gears. In involute gears, center distance between the gears can be varied without changing the velocity ratio. Whereas in cycloidal gears, this is not possible because in them, the exact center distance has to be maintained. In involute gears, the intensity of pressure angle remains constant throughout the engagement. This results in smooth running and less wear of gears. But in case of cycloidal gears, the intensity of pressure angle is maximum at the beginning of engagement, then reduces to zero at the pitch point and then starts increasing and again becomes maximum at the end of engagement. This results in less smooth running and greater chances of wear of gears. Involute gears are easy to be manufactured as compared to cycloidal gears. This is because the face and flank of involute teeth are generated by a single curve, whereas the face and flank of cycloidal teeth require double curves. In involute gears, there is interference between the gears, whereas in cycloidal gears, there is no interference at all. Involute teeth are not as strong as cycloidal teeth. This is because cycloidal teeth have wider flanks than involute teeth. In involute gears, the convex surface are in contact, whereas in cycloidal gears, the convex and concave surfaces are in contact. This condition results in more wear in involute gears as compared to cycloidal gears. On the basis of these differences, in actual practice, involute gears are more commonly used than the cycloidal gears. Related terms are